What's up, everybody? It's another day, man. Another day. We're going to show some recent finds I got. I've been to a record fair this weekend, or record show, whatever you want to call it. I've been to some record stores in Myrtle Beach, in Wilmington, and down in Columbia, South Carolina. This is some of the stuff I got. So, first thing I got here is Norman Greenbaum, Petaluma. Norman Greenbaum wrote the song Spirit in the Sky. You know, big old one-hit wonder song, you know, but this album's really cool. It's sort of like he moved to the country, started a farm, a goat farm. It's about starting this farm and, having goats and chickens, stuff like that. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's like folky country, It's pretty good. I liked it. Okay. Then we got Larry John Wilson, Let Me Sing This Song to You, or Let Me Sing My Song to You. Larry John has a deep voice. This is a funky album, just funky country. He was on the movie Heart Won Highways with Townes Van Zandt. Just great music. It sounds like, a country album made in Muscle Shoals, just funky, soully. His voice is deep. If you have not heard him, you need to check this out. Then I got a reissue of Link Wray's self-titled. I have an OG, but I wanted a newer, a good sounding one. So I picked this one up. This is I haven't even listened to this one yet, but this album is so good. This is what they called his country album. It's funky. It's got some great guitar work in it because obviously Link Wray's playing. Check out the song Fire and Brimstone if you haven't heard this. This is a cool album, man. Alright, Tony Rice, Me and My Guitar. I have not listened to this yet. I got it this weekend. But Tony Rice is the best guitar player in the world, in my opinion. Sad he's gone, and I never got to see him. But anything with him, and this one's got Jerry Douglas and Todd Phillips in it. He was just the epitome of bluegrass guitar. This is a Tony Rice Project unit album with Todd Phillips and Sam Bush. It's a promo. I haven't listened to this one yet either, but I bet it's gonna be killer. I can't say anything bad about the guy. He was just the best. I got a second copy of Waylon Jennings' Honky Tonk Heroes. This is a newer copy because it's got the barcode, but I couldn't leave it there for the price. I love this album. I love every song on this album. Billy Joe Shaver basically wrote this album. It's killer. Hot Riz. Traditional Ties. I haven't heard this yet, but I've heard other stuff by them. And Tim O'Brien is amazing. I can't wait to jump into this one. They're all great players, Nick and Pete. It's really good. I bought another copy of Fifth City by Loretta Lynn. She's my favorite female country artist. She was she was just cool. She had more, I believe, was one of the most banned people on the radio in the 60s and 70s because of the song The Pill, and people just didn't like what she sang about. This album's great. Fifth City, It's a great song. The Dave Grisman Quartet. Of course, you know, you've got Dave, Tony Rice, and Todd Phillips. I mean, you can't go wrong with anything that Dave does. I have not heard this one, but I have a bunch of his albums. I can't wait to listen to that one. Sir Douglas Quartet, Mendocino. I've been looking for this album for a long, long time. I love Sir Douglas. I love Doug Sham. Siam, however you say it. This, I can't wait. I have heard this album, but I've never listened to it on record. It's gonna be great. Sorry, I'm going quick and try to keep it under 15 minutes. Earl Thomas Conley, Too Many Times. Apparently, this is a harder record to find by him. I've never listened to it. I love his voice. I love his guitar work. He's just, I always loved everything he's done. And I don't think I've ever listened to this album. The Soul of Dick Curless. Dick Curless is probably one of my favorite singers. I have his autograph on the wall over there. He's got a deep voice. Like, this album is cool. It's bluesy. It's soul-y. It's, you know, the pre-eye patch days. You know, like anything he does, I love. But this was before, you know, the trucker stuff. If you have not heard this album, you should check it out. Next, Rain Montaigne, Till the Sun Turns Black. It's one of his albums I didn't have on vinyl. Been looking for it for a long time. If you haven't heard Ray is like a singer-songwriter. He's got a cool voice. He's from New Hampshire, lives up in Maine now. I mean, I don't think I've heard much from him I have not enjoyed. The Acacia Strain. This is metalcore from New England. I grew up a big metalhead guy, and I've always wanted this album. I love the song, The Beast. I don't know what to say. If you want to check it out, check it out. The vinyl's pretty cool, though. It's a you know, orange and yellow. It's pretty cool. The album's called Wormwood. Then we got Townes Van Zandt, For the Sake of Song. This is a reissue from, I think, 2007. I don't have the original of this. I have originals of a lot of his albums, but I needed a placeholder and I wanted the album. So I grabbed it. You know, I mean, any Townes album is a good Townes album. The next album, Rage Against the Machine, The Battle of Los Angeles. I'm trying to buy all the Rage albums. I saw them in, you know, I think 1997 with the Wu-Tang Clan. I mean, this was probably one of the coolest concerts I ever went to. This album is like probably my second favorite by them. I mean, just check out the song Calm Like a Bomb. Next one is Dead Man's Bones. This is a cool album, and it's done by sorry, my brain's not working. Ryan The Notebook. Ryan Gosling. It's a dark album. Like he says he, like, you know, something you want to listen to, like when you're in a cemetery. It's creepy. It's got a children's chorus playing through the whole thing. It's dark. It's a very interesting album. You should check it out. The Teskey Brothers, Half Mile Harvest. Teskey Brothers are from Australia. The bluesy soul album, like this, first time I ever heard this album just blew me away. It's, some of it sounds like, you know, Sam Cooke, and some of it sounds like Stevie Ray Vaughan. It's all of it, and this thing's worth a listen. It's so good, so good. Next we got Ronnie Crowell, Keys to the Highway. The cover's a little beat, but it's a harder album to find, so I bought it, you know. And what is this? 87, 88, 89, 1989. So yeah, it's one of the hard ones. Yeah, Ronnie's a great singer-songwriter. And then hung out with Towns and Guy Clark, Steve Earle. Like, if you ever watch Heartland Highways, he's probably in his early 20s, and it's great. And then I got Conway Twitty, Lost That Feeling, signed by the one and only Conway Twitty, you know, everyone's mom's favorite singer. Man, I love him. I can't wait to listen to this album. Then Eddie Arnold, Cattle Call. I'm not a big Eddie Arnold fan, but this album is cool, man. And it's got, you know, it's got Cowpoke, which Coulter Wall just did a copy of. You know, it's a great album. Cattle Call's cool. Cool Water's great. The Streets of Laredo's great. This is just a cool album, man. Glad I found it. And this is still sealed. I got one of Rankin Files albums. I haven't heard this. I don't know anything about it. I have their first one. The first one's killer, so I got this for $1, so I had to grab it. You know, Cowpoke. Cowpunk. It's like it's. I don't know about this one, but the first album was Cowpunk, and I enjoyed it. So we'll give this one a try and see how it goes. The album I was just listening to on the record player is special edition Sweet Alice Chambers. This is Joe Diffie before he was famous. It's a bluegrass band he was in. It took me forever to find this. I love Joe Diffie. He's probably one of my favorite singers of all time. If you could find this is a great album. Here's a little picture of him when he was younger.